Hey, what's up everyone, Sean here, and welcome to another detailing video featuring my Corolla once again. It's pretty dirty enough. The bird poo is back, of course, our favorite. And basically we're going through a basic hybrid wash this time, or once again should I say. We're going to do the DIY detail hybrid wash with rinseless wash and incredible suds in one. The reason why I'm making this video, if the title hasn't said it enough already, it is the one year anniversary of the DIY detail coating, ceramic coating on my vehicle. I applied it right during the Memorial weekend of last year, and I think it's been holding up pretty well ever since. But I'll show you guys the hydrophobics. Now, this is a bit of a little note here. This is actually my first time filming this. I filmed it like last week or something like that, but I didn't like how it turned out because it basically missed something so basic as far as like me showing off the hydrophobics. I just kind of went into it, washed my vehicle, boom. But she's dirty again. And actually it's been about 2 weeks ever since that wash. So typical wash otherwise, but the context or the story surrounding this idea or premise of this video was kind of floating around for a little longer than I expected. So anyways, either way, the coating should be holding up just fine after 1 year of my, quote unquote sort of situation that I'll go through in Southern California. A lot of freeway driving back and forth to work and back, and yeah, that's all there is to it. So we're gonna do that with these two chemicals right here today. It shouldn't be too crazy. And also going to throw in a little bit of a decon, at least on the roof anyway. I do feel some of the iron particles in there, so we're going to clay towel it and proceed from there. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps out, and I do appreciate it. And hit the like, of course, really helps out the channel. I really like to put out more detailing videos and also gaming videos side by side or equally. And it's just kind of like expressing my passions and interests, and that includes, of course, keeping my car clean. Basically, you can say this video is kind of like a celebration of DIY detail in my sort of repertoire when it comes to detailing. So anyways, enough talk, let's get this going. I already prepared some of the buckets and stuff like that, so all I gotta do is now is put the incredible suds in the foam cannon, and let's get to washing. Okay, 1 ounce of incredible suds, all we need. Give it a nice mix. All right, time to foam. Oh yeah, we gotta do one of these, right? There we go. Man, that thing is thick, as always. Okay, while that's dwelling, let's do this real quick, real fast. All right, I think it's dwelled long enough, so let's check the nozzle as always. Okay, let's go ahead and blast this thing. Then here's my hood. Look at that. Nice beads. Yeah, those beads are very round and tight. Pretty close to during the first time I applied it too. Like the first month or whatever, I would say. Look at that, pretty nice. All right, let's get the rinseless wash going. Let's apply that rinseless. All right, I think she is definitely ready for the contact wash. And how can we have not a DIY detail-esque video without the legacy sponge? Yes, yes sir, she is slick. Nice, very nice, very nice. So yeah, it is a funny feeling that I'm feeling like I'm repeating a lot of the information like I said in the previous unedited video. That's probably going to be in the boneyard, the editing boneyard, if you will. But basically, I think DIY detail is great. I think that's the gist of that, really. I think there's really nothing new about that. What else is new to say? Or what else is there to say about the DIY detail products? I think they're great for what they are. They perform more than adequately. And I think it is still safe to say that DIY detail rinseless wash is still my favorite rinseless wash, just because I think it has everything that you want in a rinseless wash. I think the cleaning capabilities is definitely exceptional, very exceptional. And the slickness is definitely there. They got the slickness down. The fact that it foams it's like that nice, perfect balance of a hybrid rinseless wash, being, you know, a foaming rinseless wash and a polymer rinseless wash, or surfactant-based rinseless and a polymer thrown into one. So you have like essentially the best of both worlds. So it has the cleaning capability and all the conveniences that you want in a rinseless wash. Ivan and Nick and the rest of the team did a fantastic job, always maintaining sort of the DIY detail philosophy, and, you know, educating people on what's what when it comes to detailing, and just celebrating the passion and all that fun stuff. I think it's a great company, and I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I just buy their products and I like them over the year. At least, well, actually, it's been well over a year at this point. But point being, I think they've been doing a fantastic job. And of course, doing a hybrid wash, it's just great because you have the combination of the pre-wash of the foaming product or shampoo or whatever you want to call it from something like Incredible Suds, and then you have the conveniences of the rinseless wash. So you're combining both the fun and efficiency all in one. Because, you know, especially in my sort of repertoire, you know, dare I say it again, but in my situation, especially when I, you know, drive the car for 2 weeks and then wash it, then it calls for a rinse, you know, after the pre-wash phase. So if I'm going to do that, then why not just throw in a shampoo or foaming soap of some kind, or an actual pre-wash? I don't know, to me that just makes all the sense. All right, let's make it a little more interesting and switch over to the iconic red sponge. Also from DIY Detail technically, but this is like a collaboration with House of Rags. Not sponsored by any means, but yeah. Sponsor nor affiliated. Now, Incredible Suds did do actually a really good job getting most of the bird poo out. It did get help from the pressure washer, but even so, the contact wash definitely finished it off for sure, for any of the remaining bird poo. So I didn't even need to bust out any like extra cleaning power, like a APC or something. Yeah, I think Incredible Suds is really good for a mostly neutral soap. It is. I think it's like a slightly alkaline soap, but I think once you put it in the bucket, it'll level out or whatever in the pH levels. Now let's talk about the stuff that they did announce, like all the new stuff. No new chemicals, I don't think, anyway, if I can recall correctly. For the most part, it's like new hardware, including the safe brush, I think it's called. What I'm really interested in the most is that clay towel with the 4 sections. Though I do have a clay towel, yes, but that's the PNS version. So I don't know. I just thought, hey, why not give it a shot? I'm sure it'll be great for what it is. Just, it's a clay towel. But the 4 section thing, I think it's a little interesting. Initially, I think it's a little flawed, admittedly, like first time impressions, because the 4 sections, right? Don't you lose out on some of the actual synthetic surface that actually plucks out the iron particles? But then, there is a argument that when you fold it, the material can crack over time, if it gets like old or used a lot or whatever. So I guess that's the argument there. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting design, and I would like to give it a try when I get the chance to. And then very recently, they also brought down the free shipping threshold to $99. So that's great, because essentially when you buy a gallon of All Clean and when you buy a gallon of Rinseless Wash, that's already meeting the free shipping requirements, I think, anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's great. And people are gonna say, oh, they're together with House of Rags. It's kind of like a given at this point because, they're together under the umbrella or whatever. It's just like, I don't know. that whole thing wasn't like revelating to me too much. I thought that was something like one of those things, like if you know, you know, like, okay, you know, like it was kind of obvious that they're like together, working together and stuff like that. Like, I don't know why that would be such a like, oh, we gotcha, you know, like a gotcha point, if that's like a word to describe it. But I think overall that whole like little situation that happened was just like whatever, you know. At least I don't care all that much anyway, but I do care for transparency. Like, yeah, like, you know, if you're a sponsor, then tell us you're a sponsor. You know, it's just as simple as that. And I think House of Rags is doing diligently now to make sure that that is transparent. So it is what it is, you know. Maybe it was a mistake, but I think that was a mistake easily fixed. So I don't know, to me, I'm not like too worried about that at this time. All right, let's see if we actually really need, oh yeah, I think it kind of calls for it, so the deconning. So I'll try to do that real fast. All right, let's just start with the roof, just because I know that's something needed. I'm gonna do it real quick, since I think we can pluck this off real easy. Oh yeah. I'm still using the Geon item remover, the refined edition of, or whatever you call it, the refined version. Low odor. I think it performs pretty nicely. I think the banana smell has like worn off, so I can smell more of the iron remover, but it's not like, I'm not dying or anything like that. So I think it's totally fine. I'm gonna actually use this. Oops. I'm gonna put that in my wheel bucket rather. All right, rinse off the eye remover and the remnants of the Incredible Suds, and then now we're gonna apply a rinse off sealant of Quiver Hot Coat. Love this stuff. You know, I just realized I had a little bit of quick beads left, but because it's just so little, I don't know, I just forgoed the quick beads and I just used hot coat. Might as well, I don't know. I really like hot coat, so I can't help it for what it is. It's really cool. I like the smell, the performance. Well, whatever, I'm not, it's just spilled milk. I don't have a DIY detail drying blanket. Those are like a rare breed right now, but they should be becoming more common, at least eventually. But right now, I'm pretty satisfied with the goat. Nice big old drying towel. Very, very nice. It is, yeah, you can hear that. It is heavy for a towel, but man, does it suck up the water. Yeah, I like to open up the trunk door because a lot of the water just pours out from the door itself. That way you don't have to worry about the drippity drops staying on the surface and drying up and ruining your paint potentially. So Will is cleaning the wheels. I just thought, hey, you know what? I'll just use the quick beads for the wheels since I'm running low. Well, there you have it. We did a hybrid wash with incredible suds. We checked on the hydrophobics and everything. And she is performing pretty well when it comes to the coating, DIY detail, incredible suds, and rinses wash. Did a great job as part of the rinses wash. Quick deconning, nothing too special, nothing out of the ordinary. That glass-like smoothness is back. We took care of most of the contamination, the iron fallout. Then we finished it off with some hot coat, and we even did some quick beads on the wheels after cleaning them, of course. Just a quick little maintenance wash, nothing out of the ordinary there as well. But at the end of the day, we have another clean Corolla hatchback, man. Another clean ride, and I'm a happy detailer. So up next should be a return of a certain vehicle that is not German made and whatever, German engineered, whatever. So anyways, that'll be for another video. And that'll be it for this particular episode or video, whatever you want to call it. What do you guys think? If you find these videos entertaining to the very least, really appreciate if you guys can leave some sort of comments relating to the video. And what do you guys think of DIY detail? If you guys have them, what's your experience with them? And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe for more videos like this. It really helps out, and I do appreciate it. So another clean ride. I'm gonna finish off the glass off camera. That's all. Thank you very much, and hope to see you all in the next video. Sean out.